Now ready to go. Thank you for coming. This is Rodrigo Peplau. I'm here with José Neto, my partner in the Sitecore Usergroup Brazil. People are still joining, and thanks for coming, everyone. Um, Welcome, everyone coming. Today I have here with us Peter Mitev. Thanks for coming, Peter. Is going to present us an interesting presentation about scaling content operations with Content Hub, with Sitecore Content Hub. Welcome, Peter. Before we go through the your presentation, I think it's time to go through some traditional announcements. What's going on in the Sitecore community? We're running this every month, so the number of news in a month are not normally too much, but we have some exciting news. First of all, Sitecore User Group Brazil just received gently from Sitecore, thanks Tamas Varga, from giving us a huge number of swags. So I have here for you, Peter, this agenda. I'll send you your way. Thanks God you are living in Sorocaba right now. But we
Nice.
have not just agendas for you, for everybody taking part of this. We'll have stickers, Sitecore is a Group Brazil stickers, the Go Horse stickers, um, lip balms, and pens. Okay, a bunch of good stuff that from now on I'm giving to anyone who is bringing interesting questions, any kind of questions, but interesting questions. We'll have like one of these swags as a gift, okay? And in the end of the year, we will be taking notes of all you who participating in the user group with questions, and we'll giving you know away a few bottles. Those are the grand prizes of the user group. So you have one more reason to come up with good questions, right? Don't ask me about shipping this to your place. I don't want to think about that right now. This is a user group Brazil. Have that in mind. Thanks, Sitecore, and thanks, Tomas Varga. Oh yeah, recently Sitecore announced a strategic partnership with Gradio, that is a manufacturer of this AI orchestration platform, which is going to be incorporated into the Sitecore ecosystem to automate campaigns, marketing campaigns. So, in a easy way to, let's say, mark a significant step in the Sitecore agentic AI vision to automate and use AI more and more often. Um, those stickers are beautiful, aren't they? Sticker Mule, those are great stickers. And this is a great partnership as well with Sitecore and Radio. A small but important thing Sitecore just released to anyone who needs to put their hands in a Sitecore XM Cloud, a 15 days sandbox access. So now if you are not participant of partnership, or if you don't have a client, licensed client, you can ask and get 15 days of free access to XM Cloud Sandbox, which I think is an important gap that Sitecore is filling right now. Last but not least, Sitecore Symposium is coming. It's in November, right? They have released finally a pre-agenda. This time, they're not starting in the Monday. The Monday will be a day just to pre-conferences. The MVP summit will happen in the day one in the Monday. Day one and two, Tuesday and Thursday, are the actual event. And this year they have one thing that is different. The symposium party this year is happening in the end of the event, which makes much more sense, right? I think that means no more tired people in the next day, in the morning after parties, at least not in the symposium. And I think that's going to come with some good results, at least for me. I always suffer in the morning after. Right. People are still coming. We have an attendance of 20 people at the moment. Thank you. You have a peak, Peter. But before we got you started in your presentation, I would like to ask you a few questions, Peter, so that the audience knows you better. You are born in Europe, and you have married to, got in love to a Brazilian girl and moved to Brazil. You're now in Sorocaba, the same city where José Neto, our co-organizer, is originated from. Can you go ahead and tell us how was that experience? I can think that's not a usual experience for you.
Yeah, I don't know many Bulgarians that moved to Brazil. That's the first. Although there's quite a lot of Bulgarians. So I'm actually born in Bulgaria. Lived until I was 14. I moved to Belgium when I was 14 years old. Yeah, ages ago. I was back in 2000 with my mom and my sister. Lived in Belgium until 2023. So over 23 years. And in those times, I also met my wife, Manuela. She's from Sorocaba. Indeed, where José Neto is from. I didn't know that. In
Hmm.
fact, before we moved, I think I met José at what was it?
I think it
I
SUG-BR
was
think it's
Europe.
in Spain.
Sucon,
Yeah, it's
Spain.
Sucon in Spain. Yeah.
Yeah, and we started talking. It was funny because you were like, oh, yeah, I'm from Sorocaba, and yeah, I'm moving to Sorocaba, I think. Or back then, I think I was still planning to move, but hadn't yet. It was still in the plan. So yeah, I met my wife in Brussels when I was living there. We were living there for a while. Met there, got married, had children. We have three in the meantime. So it's busy life. But
Wow.
honestly, my look, I came to Brazil many times before we moved, and I fell
Okay.
in love with the culture, with the people, the weather, the food, the music. A lot of things
And
that I love about the Brazil.
the weather is something that I miss a lot.
These are all in your checklist of things you miss. Yeah,
Yes, it is. It
I
is.
bet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hopefully I can go to Brazil at the end of the year. So I will eventually
nice.
meet you there because it's not that big city.
Man, you gotta. I'll send you my number afterwards. You gotta let me know, and we meet at shopping Iguatemi for
Yes.
for a beer.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh
funny
man,
joke, but the Sorocaba is sorry, but it's a little bit boring sometimes.
don't
Sorocaba
tell
is a
me that.
very
The
calm
shopping
city.
center is the most important part of the city. You're telling me the city is boring? No, come on.
No, but I like
Yeah.
it. I like the fact that it's, nothing too crazy is going on. Like Sao Paulo is too crazy for me. That's just
True.
wow.
Maybe
So
for a
I go
few
there
days
from
it's
time to
okay,
time,
but
but yeah,
Just in
I guess I
comparison,
enjoyed it more when I didn't have children.
I guess
uh
just to comparison from people from the US here, like São Paulo is like Brazil and New York City, and I would say Sorocaba would be like New Jersey or something like that. So it's like just 1 hour from, uh, it's like financial capital. So Sorocaba is like, but there's a characteristic. There's a lot of industries. There's a lot of jobs there, so it's cool. But I started my career, I would say, in Sorocaba, but I ended up not moving to São Paulo, but I used to work there for a few years. So got from Sorocaba to São Paulo every day, so spent some time doing this. But I eventually got bored with the city as you were describing, and I moved to Floripa. So, close to the beach. I mean, you could go to the beach every weekend. So yeah, it's
Nice.
more interesting in this way. Like Floripa has more things to do, more natural beauties to see it. And I've spent like many years in Florianopolis, and I would say it's my one of my favorite places in the world. Like even comparing Europe, I mean
Yeah.
Floripa is like very good city to be. I mean amazing to have like absolute everything there, and I mean it's an island, right? So I mean
Have you been
natural beauty
here,
of an island.
Peter? Florianopolis?
Yeah. I spent New Year once. I was there
Oh
for a
yeah.
week. It was a while back
Oh,
before. It was actually just a few months before the pandemic started, and so it was the yeah New Year 2020. Was it 2021? Yeah. But yeah, Floripa is amazing too, man. I'm jealous. Sorocaba is nice, and well, here's where my wife's family is all here. So this is the main reason why we
uh-huh.
came here. It wouldn't make sense for us
Good,
to
good.
move all the way to Brazil and then be like, a couple of hours drive away from the grandparents. They're a lot of
Doesn't
help
make sense.
with the kids, so yeah, and it's nice.
Oh yeah. Jose can tell. Jose has two girls and
Two girls, yeah. And
far
yeah, I
from
mean,
home.
I did the same as you. I moved to Poland because my wife is Polish and her family lives here, so it was the same. So I did the same move. So we are thinking to move
Yeah.
back to Sorocaba, but I ended up moving here. So I was exactly the same story.
Peter, what are one thing that comes to your mind that is very different in Brazil from Belgium or Bulgaria?
I think it's the service mindedness. Like Brazilian culture is very service minded. This is like the one thing that it was very to me. That first thing that pops in my mind, and I guess this is more of a let's say North South America kind of a thing. I'm thinking that is Europe is I don't want to say less service oriented, but there are more important things for people than getting a good service.
Uh-huh.
And of course, there's nuances. Like depends on how much you pay. You
Are
pay
we
less,
okay?
you'll get
Are we
less.
talking about life work balance? You're talking about that.
No, I'm really talking about you go in a shop and the treatment you get is better than in a shop that you get in Europe. Not just
Ah,
shops, but just everything in services, right? Um,
interesting.
Restaurants, the experience of you going into like buying services, anything, right? Like buying products. That kind of commercial service experience is different than Europe. It's like
Interesting.
I go in a shop in Brussels. Sometimes I feel like uh, like I feel this attitude of why are you bothering me? Why I'm trying to have a peaceful work day here?
America's in the line. We don't have a tip culture in Brazil. It's like 10% sharp, and if you don't give, it's fine. So I think that's spontaneous from us. It's interesting that you're
It's
saying that.
spontaneous. It's very embedded in your culture to be friendly and to be polite. It's super important, and I realize that that's actually not maybe it's not always very sincere, but it's
Mhm.
just a natural
True.
politeness and friendliness from everyone.